The Informal Reading Inventory Administration. What is an IRI? The Informal Reading Inventory is an individually administered survey designed to help you determine a student's reading instructional needs. A student's performance on the IRI will help you determine the instructional level and amount and kind of support the student is likely to need in helping her build her literacy skills. Specifically, the IRI will help you assess a student's strengths and needs in the following areas: word recognition, word meaning, reading strategies, and comprehension. Before you start the IRI inventory, you have to develop a connection with the student. Tell the student you will be making some notes while she reads. The setting in which you administer the IRI should be as quiet and isolated as possible. Try to speak in a relaxed tone and reassure the child constantly that they are doing great. No child should leave the setting feeling bad or that they have not done well. For grades 1 and 2, you should use individual index cards for each of the 20 words on the list you will need. The words should be printed in black ink, in good handwriting, and large and clear. These sets of cards should be prepared in advance. Since you don't know the exact ending level, you should be prepared by having the pre-primer, primer, first, second, and third word lists on cards. You'll also need copies of all the teacher forms that go with those word lists and graded passages. Copies of all the summary sheets will also be needed. Administering the graded passages. Start the graded word list at least 2 years below the student's grade in school. If there are any miscues on that list, drop to an easier level and continue to drop to lower levels until there are no miscues or you are at the pre-primer level. The highest level word list on which the student makes no errors is the level at which you should start administering the graded passages. Continue asking the child to read the word list until you've determined the independent level, the instructional level, and the frustrational level. You start the graded passages at the level in which no words were missed. If words were missed on all levels, you start the pre-primer. The oral reading sequence should begin on the highest level at which a student achieved a perfect score on the graded word list. The student should be told that you want her to read some stories, and some of them will be easy and others will be hard, and she is not expected to read everything perfectly. If word recognition and comprehension was met at the independent level, move to the next higher level and repeat the process. If an independent level was not reached, drop back to the next lower level passage and administer the graded passage at that level. Continue to drop back to the lower level until the independent level is determined. Continue moving up or down in levels until independent, instructional, and frustrational levels are located. When a student reaches frustrational level, it should begin listening comprehension testing. The examiner should read aloud one section from each successful level and ask the student the comprehension questions. Progressively, higher levels should be administered until the student is unable to answer at least 75% of the questions asked. The highest level at which the student will still give correct answers to at least 75% of the comprehension questions is the listening comprehension level. Results that I did with a 7-year-old girl. The areas of concern were the student's vocabulary, certain comprehension questions, including literal and inference type questions, phonetic awareness, and lack of confidence and self-esteem. What could be done to help the student succeed? Come up with fun and exciting ways to build the student's vocabulary and comprehension, increase the student's phonemic awareness, and build the student's confidence. Thank you.